Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, let's talk about the Tesla Model Y. And some of you might be seeing that the Tesla Model Y is completely sold out in certain markets and everything. And we'll talk about why that potentially is, what's like the thought process behind that, and what could be happening, what I actually think is going to be happening in the next couple weeks. Because yes, it's actually the midway month of September, and I bet we're going to start to see a different inventory switch in the near future. So we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it. And we do have a giveaway that's running on the channel right now. So if you want to win one of 3 Tesla robots that I'm giving away, there is a giveaway link that I'm going to post. I'm actually signed up for Gleam so that it's much easier for you all to jump in. It's free to enter. Multiple entries are allowed, and we've got 6 hours left right now, and with 1,377 entries. And don't be afraid about that, because one person, you can get up to like 12 entries on your own completely for free. So you might as well check it out. Link down below in the description. Today's live stream is partnered and sponsored by Aura, where you can protect your online data, privacy, and much more, but more on that later. So the Tesla Model Y is sold out. You might be shopping right now for a Tesla Model Y with almost 2 weeks left to the month, and you might be seeing screens like this with nothing available in your area, or you might be seeing screens like this where there's plenty of Tesla Model Ys that could be available in a certain market. And so let's talk about why this actually is, what's the thought process behind this, and why I think this is actually happening in various markets in the US, and most importantly, why what could come up in the near future if this is the case in these last 2 weeks for Tesla. But the one thing's for sure, if you're looking to be getting into a Tesla vehicle, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can get 3 months of full self-driving added to your Tesla vehicle. I think if you talk to any of the Tesla reps, they say that, especially if you're in like California or Texas, they say you'll probably still get it by September. And I think there's a reason why they are saying that. And so if you want to just be added to the Tesla list, you can get up to $250 off by using a Tesla referral code down below into the description. So here's why I think this is. So if we look at like California markets or even Texas markets, you kind of see the same thing: no inventory or lack of inventory. I had people comment like the Portland market, like West Coast type of markets, basically markets that are near the factories where they can get vehicles quicker, they have pretty much sold out. Or really, it's maybe they've not shown too many inventory on websites, because if you think about it, as Tesla ramps to try and get production and vehicles sold, or really get vehicles to further locations from the factories, because there's 2 factories, of course, there's one in Texas and one in California. And so logistically, for them to get vehicles across the country, it's going to take them more than a week. It's going to probably take them like 2 weeks. And so probably Tesla, what they were doing, they were ramping up inventories for like these East Coast areas, sending as many Model Ys and Model 3s that they actually can to those areas to stock up for the inevitable rush by the end of the quarter, end of September timeframe. But maybe there was too many Model Y sent to a certain area, because look how many are available in this market, which is a stark contrast to like the California market, which we don't see any of them here for sale here. And so what I think is going to happen, especially maybe even this week or next week, Tesla is pretty much going to stop trying to transport. All those transports are going to be pretty much hitting there, or already have hit there. And then there's just going to be a little bit of I don't know if there's gonna be a flood of inventory, but we'll start to see more inventory for the Model 3s and Model Ys in the California and other relating close markets as well. And so I personally think we're going to see essentially what we're seeing in like these markets, where you'll see plenty of choices, plenty of different options that you can choose from. And I think we'll start to see more inventory discounts. Like this one right here is a $760 discount with almost 1,500 miles on it. I think we'll start to see much more of those as more demo discounts start to drop. Like this one right here, only 3 miles on it with a $520 discount. And so that's personally what I think could be happening coming in the near future. And so if you're still on the fence and if you haven't placed an order yet, I would probably just keep monitoring the Tesla inventory websites to see if anything starts to pop up with a nice discount and everything. Or you can go into the local Tesla store, you can text Tesla, create a relationship with one of the reps or anything to try and see what could be available in your area and everything. And of course, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you get 3 months of full self-driving added to your Tesla vehicle. And we do have a deal checklist. If you want our 17-step guide on how to save thousands off of your next Tesla, definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. The first 50 people that use promo code YouTube get 40% off. So thank you to everybody that supported the channel, and check it out for yourself down below. And so I personally think as we get into these next 2 weeks of this last quarter of last month, I think we'll start to see more inventory discounts. I don't think Tesla is going to change anything on the offer side. A lot of people ask like, oh, do you think there's going to be another incentive or like a last minute incentive? I don't think that is going to be the case. I'm pretty much thinking that they have hit what they wanted to do with their balance of inventory, especially as we get to the end of the month and end of the quarter. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments.
If you're planning on financing your Tesla, then there's one thing you need to do before you even apply: protect your credit. Seriously, because here's the wildest part. Bank of America just had a data breach recently, and they didn't even tell customers for a month. That means your social, your phone number, and your email could have already been out there, and you'd have no clue. Most companies wait on average of 277 days to report a breach. That's 9 months where your identity is exposed and you're the last to know. That's why I use Aura, today's sponsor. Aura constantly scans the dark web and lets me know if anything tied to me shows up: my social, bank info, or any of my personal information. And that's not just for breaches. There's so many different tools I use with Aura. Want to reduce those pesky spam calls? Aura's got it. Want to remove your data like your addresses, phone numbers from those sketchy broker sites? Aura has that too. They will also include $5 million in identity theft insurance, and everything's packed into one clean app. You can try it free for 14 days at aura.com/DennisCW. I'll put that in the description as well. Don't wait until someone else tells you your data is at risk. That's like turning on Sentry mode after your car got keyed. Protect your credit before you apply. I'm doing it, and you should too.
Thanks to everyone, and we do have a giveaway that's running on the channel right now. So if you want to win one of 3 Tesla robots, you've got 6 hours left. We're shipping 3 of these to 3 lucky winners. And so here we go. I'll place the link down below in the live stream chat as well, so you can enter in free to enter. Multiple entries are allowed, and yeah, it's completely free and everything. Another thing that was posted today was this high price propulsion related part warranty for 2026 model years. You get an additional 7 years or 70,000 miles of warranty on these certain parts. This one is kind of interesting, and I feel like we need to see what actually gets flushed out here, like which vehicles are included, because like the Cybertruck is excluded from this new warranty. And so does this mean like if you get a Model Y, like do you get like a better warranty on like all these random different parts and everything? I mean, hey, warranties are great, especially if you're buying a Tesla and everything with that. But let's see who dropped by today. Jeep Life, thanks for coming in. D Win, thanks for coming in. David Felt, thanks for coming in. And Ryan, thank you all for dropping by. Thanks for hitting the like button, the comments, and everything. Do you think we'll ever see a $60K price Cybertruck? Is the rear-wheel drive coming back? I mean, at one point, I mean, probably in the future, I feel like we'll probably see some sort of pricing, some sort of clearance pricing, but that's going to be like at near the end of the life cycle. Cybertruck's been out for like a year now, maybe a year and a half. It's going to be a couple more years before we start to see clearance pricing or like a redesign or whatever. My Model Y delivery is next Tuesday. Nice, D-Win. Congrats on that one. If anybody out there has a pending delivery, and if you want full self-driving for half off, send me a DM on Instagram so I can point you in the right direction with that. David, Western Washington has several rear-wheel drive Model Ys on the inventory page. What's odd is 3 of them have demo discount, but only 2 to 5 miles on them. Yeah, it's very interesting with that, Davin. They're just trying to put some discounts on everything to try and clear them out. So we'll see what actually happens. Thanks for all your advice and content. Oh, thank you, D-Win. Thank you for the support. Thanks for hitting the like button in the comments and everything. Any update on the IRS EV tax credit after September 30th with the binding contract order before that? Ryan, no update yet, but you know, I think where my stance is on this, on the IRS thing, is I'm probably just going to throw a $250 deposit. Of course, it is non-refundable deposit on like maybe September 30th, because how I read it and how I understand it, like maybe that means if I put a deposit, which is my binding contract that I think it is, with my deposit of 250 that's non-refundable, that should maybe get me locked in for the 7,500 into the near future. And so I think that's like a safe bet, like 250 for 7,500, because then that might give me a little bit of a runway to take maybe get another vehicle later on. So I'm going to do that personally. Of course, that is not financial advice in any sort of way. You could be just blowing $250, but I know I'm going to be buying another Tesla vehicle. It's just like timing. Who knows when that actually is? But if you're going to be doing that, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can get 3 months of full self-driving or even up to $250 off of your next Tesla. So definitely check it out. And of course, if you are already buying full self-driving, then using our referral code down below does support the channel. So thank you for that. In this next topic, just a quick PSA, beware. I totally forgot about this actually, because I used to recommend this a ton after you buy your first Tesla, because this is one actual crucial step. You know, Teslas are still Teslas, and this is one thing you do want to check, because if you don't, it could actually cost you thousands of dollars later down the line. Well, maybe like hundreds of thousands, or yeah, 100 to 1,000. And that is, check your alignment. Actually, this used to be part of my process once I bought a Tesla vehicle. I would always check my alignment first, and or just get it aligned, whether it's through like Tesla service. Sometimes you can get it done through warranty work, or just go to one of those shops that you can pay like a one-time unlimited fee to actually do this. So you might as well, you know, it's one of those nice safe to haves, because if you don't, and we'll talk about 2 other things that I also recommend to do early on, or maybe just one other thing. If you don't and the alignment is bad, you can really start to have accelerated wear on your tires. Now, tires could cost $800, $1,000, $1,500 depending on the type of vehicle that you're actually getting. So a $100 to $200 alignment is a nice, you know, insurance, and you want to make sure it drives great and everything. So if you notice anything weird with it pulling left or right, you might as well get it aligned. And I've definitely heard of people getting it done with Tesla service as well as a warranty work. And so you can see here that Otherwise Worker took their brand new 2026 Juniper Model Y, had it for about 2 months, and you can see the alignment was actually back on the left rear and the right rear. So definitely worth it as like a, not a safety precaution, but something, you know, just check the box to make sure that your tires are good or everything. The next thing is, and all of you out there who are about to buy a Tesla, you're probably getting ads like getting a tint off of your vehicle, or getting tint on your vehicle, because XPEL is now a partner with Tesla. And of course, there's plenty of providers out there. But the one thing with the XPEL tint, like through the Tesla app, is they actually just assign you randomly to a shop in your area, which, you know, could be good if you don't know where to start. But if you're in the California area, we already have like 2 great shops. The first one in Los Angeles is going to be Unplugged Performance. There's actually a direct link where they have a dentist deal, and they're XPEL authorized, and you get a dentist deal on top of that. And so instead of taking your vehicle to some random shop that's XPEL, you might as well go to the best, which is going to be Unplugged Performance. Definitely check out that link right there. And the other one is, if you're in LA, our friends at OC Tint Solutions has tinted plenty of our previous Teslas. Jason, the owner, wants to take care of you, and you can ask for the dentist deal as well in the Southern California area as well. So if you're in LA, Unplugged Performance. If you're in Southern California, like Irvine area, OC Tint Solutions as well. But those are like the 2 things I would recommend amongst others, but probably 2 top priorities if you're buying a Tesla vehicle. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments.
Sure, if you're buying a new Tesla, it does not come with this, and that's a set of all-weather floor mats. My favorite set so far right now is a set by 3W Liners. And I've tried all the different floor mats that are out there: 3D Mats USA, Tasmanian, and a bunch of Amazon ones. And by far, these are going to be my favorite set. I've got them in our Model X, Model 3, Model Y, and also Cybertruck as well. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, not only will you save 25% off and get a set under $100, you'll support the channel as well. So definitely check out our partner 3W Liner floor mats down below in the description, and let's get on to the next topic.
And 3W All Weather Floor Mats gave us an exclusive promo code, 35%. So if you use promo code Dennis35 down below in the description, you get 35% off, which is their highest offer. So if you're looking for a floor mats, lifetime warranty, great fitment, we got it on all of our Teslas down below in the description. You can find the link and the promo code as well. And of course, using any of our links down below do support the channel. So thank you for that. Warren, how's the process to end the lease and take a new one? It's pretty good. I think you can start the whole thing in the app, and you can even, there's been times where Tesla will waive like certain payments as well, but pretty clean. But there's also been a lot of horror stories. So, you do have to make sure your car is in good shape with not too much excessive wear and tear, and like the tint has to be removed and everything. CJ, I got invited to the delivery event at the Texas factory at the end of September to pick up the Y. Nice. Congrats, CJ, on that one. That's pretty cool to see. And, we actually had a video on the channel where we were able to do that as well. So definitely take a look at it. Kevin, looks like we have to watch the inventory page like hawks. Kevin, I think so as well. I think it's going to be a very, very interesting next 2 weeks. We've got a little bit over 2 weeks at this point. And that's actually this is my theory on what could be happening. So if you're in California, Texas, West Coast, or states that are adjacent, it's going to get pretty crazy. And we might start to see two things. I forgot to talk about this. The other thing is, I think we'll start to see inventory discounts. And the other thing is maybe like the Tesla reps will start to get some option credit dealings that they'll be able to provide as well. If you place an order in the app, you can actually message them about demo inventory, especially if you're flexible on colors. Yes, 100% different. I would always recommend something like that. If you're flexible with colors, you can keep waiting all the way till the end. If you are not, I would recommend placing your order ASAP, just getting on the queue. Like if you really want white interior with black exterior, which it seems like that's a very popular color, then of course don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can get 3 months of full self-driving or even up to $250 off your next Tesla and everything. Where do you recommend to buy and have an installed Cybertruck step running board? Ooh, I don't know about recommendations. Yes, I do. Unplugged Performance has a great set. You can actually check it out. Link down below in the description. If you use our link for Unplugged Performance, you get a promo on your first order and everything. But Unplugged Performance, I think this might be one of my next modifications for the Cybertruck, is going to be not the running boards, they call it a different thing, the rock sliders, which essentially it adds protection and also gives you a step as well. And so you can see heavy duty, high quality stuff. That is for sure. Rocker panel with the slide and rock sliders, a rocker panel without the rock sliders, something like that, with one of those different things and everything. Bias ordered Model Y rear-wheel drive stealth gray on 8/22 from San Jose. No VIN assigned yet. Is that expected? Yes, I think so. If we believe my theory with this that's happening right now, I think they're still going to be able to get a lot of September deliveries, but I think this is why they haven't been able to give a lot of VINs to everybody and everything. All right, thanks for coming in. What's the best way to stall delivery if placing deposit on September 30th? Out of town, or simply just being honest, and they'll basically just put your order on hold, and then they won't cancel it on you. They just put it on hold. They will give you another ultimatum if you start to cancel and everything. And I know a lot of you out there want the maximum discount off your Tesla. Well, don't forget about your current vehicle as well. That's why we've preferred givemethevin.com down below in the description. One viewer was able to get $3,000 more by selling it to Give Me the VIN over Tesla. So you might as well check it out, link down below, and give them a shot. They want to get you maximum value, and they'll buy your vehicle from the comfort of your home. So definitely check it out, link down below in the description. Jesse spoke to Tesla and they said that they will not give the EV credit, though it's in the IRS code, so you can go on a contract by putting a deposit down before September 30th and still get the EV credit. So Jesse, we actually made a full video on that, I want to say like 3 or 4 days ago, giving my hypothesis on that and how it will actually work. And I would agree. I mean, Tesla reps, they're kind of just at the whim of what Tesla like HQ rolls down. But I think like if you actually read through the lines and what the IRS says versus the Tesla says, there is a way that the IRS basically will continue to give the $7,500, but the manufacturers don't want to take that risk. And so I think it's not completely lost. And that's why I personally am still going to be doing a little bit of a gambling and just placing an order on September 30th just to have a deposit locked in, just to see what actually happens in Q4 and everything. In this next topic, iPhone users, Apple users, you might have just got iOS 26. I actually just downloaded it. Very interesting with everything is like very bubbly, but you might be wondering, what are like the tips and tricks and new features with your Tesla app? And This is really cool because not a Tesla app released this, and I've already learned one thing from this that is already made my life a little bit cooler and easier. And so cool to see all these different visualizations with it. You can actually have like your Tesla logo here at the bottom here so that you can see like what state of charge. I already knew that actually, and I've got like 2 of our Teslas on the home screen with this like this little bubble to show state of charge, and if you click on it, it opens the Tesla to that specific vehicle. It's very, very cool to see as well. And now we've got these like floating widgets that you can put on your home screen. I actually have on like the scroll to the left screen, which is really nice. But really cool is the control center. I didn't know that you can actually trigger and add shortcuts like this, because that's probably our most used feature with our Tesla vehicle, especially in this summer, is triggering or keeping on AC. I probably use it like a ton, also because we have the dogs and everything. And so using the AC, like when you're about to walk to your vehicle from the grocery store or whichever, is pretty clutch. And so I've always triggered the AC, or even just leave it on for on, because you're just going to be coming right back and everything. But let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know what you're thinking. If there's any other cool tips or anything with the new ISO app or iOS 26 app that you found or any shortcuts with, like I mean, at one point I was doing like Siri shortcuts and also like with the NFC tabs and everything, but still very cool to see. And let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you are thinking.
Now that you've bought your Tesla or you're about to buy your Tesla, did you know that it comes with 0 accessories? Seriously, not even a phone mount. But don't worry, we've got you covered. In my opinion, there's a few must-haves that every Tesla owner should get, like a phone mount so your phone doesn't fly off during acceleration, a center console organizer because without it, you're going to lose a bunch of stuff, and my newest favorite, an invisible underscreen station mount from Jowa, a great place to store sunglasses. And all of these accessories plus more you can get from our partner Jowa. And you know these accessories are good because I actually use all of their stuff. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, you can save some money and support the channel as well. But Jowa doesn't stop at just the basics. They've got a wireless game controller that fits perfectly in the glove box, a portable air compressor for peace of mind on those long road trips, and even an electric scooter, because why walk from the superchargers or level 2 chargers? So not only will you save some money by using our promo code down below in the description, you can also get free shipping on orders over $120. So definitely check it out, link down below in the description. Thank you to Jowa for partnering with us on this channel, and let's get on to the next topic.
Thanks for that, everyone. We do have a giveaway that's running on the channel right now. So if you want to win one of 3 Tesla robots, definitely check out the Gleam link. I posted it in the live stream chat. It is a free to enter platform. Multiple entries are allowed. And what's cool with it is like I can add tasks. And of course, the more tasks that you complete, you get more entries. And we've got 6 hours left. So I guess at 6 hours left today, it cuts off, and then I'll probably pick the winners. Maybe I'll pick the 3 winners live on stream tomorrow. And then of course I'll get your addresses and ship them to you. And hopefully they're US winners. I saw some international names, which is kind of funny. Flight on SC. Hey Dennis, I was able to get the new Model 3 alignment done for free as a warranty issue. It was pulling to the right as soon as I picked up the lot. That was last month. Yes, that's a little bit of a hack. I didn't want to like completely announce that to everybody because I've also done the same thing. And I feel like maybe it's not that big of a deal to them because they kind of know it happens. So, I mean, that would probably be like my first step, especially if it was so close to actual delivery. Maybe try and get Tesla because more than likely you might be going back to Tesla service anyways to do some sort of fix with your new Tesla vehicle. And so you could throw that on while it's there and everything. Lord, update on the Juniper. Found a last minute demo with 2.9 miles at a discount available immediately. Picking up Saturday. Rep said it was a showroom car. Any advice on delivery inspection? If it only has a few miles, you should be fine. I always kind of recommend the same thing. Make sure you get the J plug. Make sure you get your CCS if you're in a state that gives that, and just look at like body panel alignments. I mean, it's gonna be a Tesla, so it's gonna have delivery issues. And really, my thing is just to make sure there's no rust, because I've seen a couple different Teslas that have had rust and everything, and most things are going to be fixed by service anyways after that. Jesse, the Tesla Go, no thank you for that. And of course, anybody out there with the pending delivery that if you want full self-driving for a half off and you haven't picked up your Tesla yet, send me a DM on Instagram so I can point you in the right direction. Different iOS screen widgets has cool stuff like front open and others, and climate like you mentioned. Yeah, it's really cool to see the integration, because there was a time where you had to like buy an app like an Apple Watch app and everything. Now it's fully integrated and it's very seamless, which is really cool for sure. In this next topic, Elon must know something very interesting because he has bought $1 billion of Tesla stock. It's cool to see, I guess, of course, the CEO or someone in an executive level to buy that much. And, of course, like a billion versus the net worth and all that stuff, that can be argued as another thing. But he has bought 2,568 million shares at a price of $389. So I guess when it was at the lower point as well, and then I guess that's why it bounced up and everything. Well, I guess that wasn't that low for sure, but it wasn't that long ago, which is really cool to see that he has done this. And of course, the Tesla stock has gone up a lot, but maybe he knows something that we don't. I mean, this has been a pretty good quarter, I would imagine, for sure, with deliveries and everything. And maybe he's just doubling down on like the AI and the robotics and the robotaxi and everything with that's about to come out. But maybe he knows something with like deliveries. It's been a good quarter, and Kaushi is also predicting that they are going to be forecasting at 507,000 units, which is well above their last quarter or quarter three target of 2024. And so very interesting to see all these different things that are out there. And of course, we are also a Tesla shareholder. So it is cool to see like the stock do well. And so let us know if you're a shareholder as well down below in the description. Lord, thanks, brother. No, thank you. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for hitting the like button in the comments and everything. In this next topic, we've got first customer deliveries of the Model Y Performance. Customers are getting their first Model Y Performance, the new one that is just coming out and everything. And we can see real photos, real cars, real customers getting it actually delivered. And I guess in their state or country or whichever, of course it's international, they actually have to put the front license plate holder in the front, which really messes up the look of it and everything. And I don't know about you, but every single time I see a Model Y Performance, like quick glance, like I always think like there's an exhaust pipeline at the bottom. It's just something with this like diffuser. It's like throwing me off. And then of course there isn't going to be an exhaust because it is a electric vehicle. So ultra red is the first one we are seeing. Then we've got this white one. Looks pretty good actually in white with like a stormtrooper-esque black. Looks good. It hides all the different lines if you're looking for that. And it is a very, very nice combination with like the dark gray wheels, whichever. I don't know which color we're going to go for, but maybe it might have to be like a black version with the white interior, because I've always wanted that one. And I think that would be a sick combo at the end of the day. It seems like these deliveries were from Switzerland. And I mean, now the question is, when is US going to be getting our Model Y Performance in? When are they going to be opening up the orders for that and everything? We've got our first uncovered spotting, completely uncovered spotting. You can tell 100,000% that this is a Model Y Performance. It seems like they're trying to parade this around on like the Juniper all-wheel drive wheels. You can see 100% that this is one. They even debadged it, but you can't hide it because it's got the diffuser, it's got the rear bumper and spoiler and front bumper and everything. And so cool thing with this is that you can see that the older wheels or the Model Y all-wheel drive wheels do fit on it. So if you're looking for a square setup instead, that could be more beneficial so that you can rotate them. We actually have a video when we had our old Model Y. I ditched the performance wheels because I didn't want the staggered setup. I want to be able to rotate them, and I went and traded them for the 20-inch wheels. Full video on the channel if you want to see what that looked like and everything with that whole process. But very cool to see that. I mean, we're probably on the cusp of a Model Y Performance coming out very, very soon. And whether it's going to be this week, next week, or even next month, if anything, it's the latest, I would say it's going to be next month at this point. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. The Model Y Performance has chrome handles. No, actually, that's like an illusion. It actually is just a covering that protects it. It's all black and everything. I also thought that too, and then I started looking into it. Different. It's not really buying. His compensation is an option. So when they expire, they have to exercise, buy and sell immediately. Oh, I see what you're saying. So he had contracts ready to go. And I guess that makes more sense than the headlines that we see everywhere out there. But yeah, thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button in the comments and everything. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.